is get finished. The game's done. Finally, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, for your last game before the international break, for a game to be that boring, honestly, I feel sorry for anyone that watched that game. Just it feels like a 2 hours just been wasted just watching that game. It was dreadful from a neutral perspective. Such a boring game, lethargic game. It didn't feel like the players were up for it at all. Of course, the main objective and the main task was accomplished. Win the game, keep a clean sheet, progress into the semi-final, which we completed. We won the game 2-0, so I can't complain too much. But in terms of excitement, honestly, there were so many times during the game where I was this close to falling asleep. And I was talking to mates who were watching the game, and they said the exact same thing. We were so close to falling asleep because it was such a boring game. And listen, this is by far one of the worst performances on the Tuchel. I'd say on par with Barnsley away, which ironically was the last round of the FA Cup. It just seems that every time I play a dead team in the FA Cup, we, no disrespect, we we don't play well. We play poorly, and of course, a lot of it is due to lineup, the lineup we present, the formation, etc. But no excuses, man. No excuses in terms of excitement. We won the game 2-0, but that was a Fugazi scoreline. Wolf of Wall Street, the film, is a Fugazi. It was a false image. The scoreline was a false image because Sheffield United, they took the piss in the second half. I don't know how we didn't concede. Lord only knows how we did not concede. Kepa made a couple of fantastic saves. Asby got spun like a Berbatov, just got spun in the centre there. McGoldrick missed an absolute sitter. I mean, goodness. I mean, he couldn't finish in a brothel, if I'm being honest. I mean, the guy turned into R9 as per usual, but the chance he had, man. I mean, how are you not burying that? Like, obviously, it is part of the Tuchel juju. We did get very lucky, but it's wild. Like, I've got no clue how we did not concede. And I said to the guys as well 10 minutes ago, if we keep a clean sheet today, it's the biggest Fugazi, it's the biggest false image you'll ever see. It really is a Tuchel juju. We still haven't conceded at Stamford Bridge with Thomas Tuchel. In over 11 hours of football, we haven't conceded at Stamford Bridge. Absolutely insane statistic. And listen, as I said, I can't complain too much because we won the game 2-0. There were some positives. Of course, Christian Pulisic was granted man of match. I thought that he played really well. He missed a fantastic opportunity to make it 2-0 in the first half. He did slip, so I'll give him some slack there. But some really nice close control, dribbling, decision making, his skill, his elite dribbling. He's an elite playmaker. He's, when it comes to creativity, he's your guy. But he's been really off form. That form that we saw post lockdown, it just hasn't been there this season. And of course, injuries have hampered that. Injuries haven't helped the situation whatsoever. But hopefully he's finding his feet again. We all know his hamstrings are made out of carrier bags, but we just got to hope that he starts to pick up some form now. We need him to pick up some form. We have the opportunity. Our whole attack is dead. Dead food. Dead food. I'm telling you, our attack is dead food. The way that our players are performing going forward, it's a crime. All these men should be in jail. All of them. Send them all to jail. I've had enough. How are we not burying these chances, man? We had the same problem against Atletico Madrid. We've had the same problem since Thomas Tuchel's coming. How can you spend £250 million and these man can't finish their dinner, man? Honestly, we brought you in to finish these chances. Send them all to jail. Absolutely abysmal. Ziyech, yes, he scored, but he hasn't really been doing that well this season. Credit to him, he's got 2 goals in 2 games. Werner missing one-on-ones like it's nothing. Havertz, again, I'll give him some slack because he's very young. He's a generational talent and he's finding his feet. Again, he's picking up some form in that false nine role. But Christian Pulisic, not bagging at all, but 1 Premier League goal all season. Hudson-Odoi, where is your goals and assists, bro? Where is the goals and assists? It's like this guy, 1 week he plays phenomenal, 1 week he's atrocious. This was an absolute disaster class from Hudson-Odoi. Very, very poor performance. But listen, as I said, if our attack was on fire, if our attack knew how to finish our chances, we would have wrapped the game up 3-0 in the first half. But instead, what happens? The game stood at 1-0, and then that's when we invited the pressure. We invited the pressure, and N'Golo Kante came on, Christensen came off, in my opinion, had a fantastic game. I think he was our best defender. And Azpilicueta, bro, man, this guy's got a wife and kids, This guy has got a wife and kid, and he got spun like nothing, man. The way McGoldrick, or should I say aka Prime R9, the way he spun, man, as well, is actually embarrassing. He got spun like Coquelin, like what Hazard did to Coquelin all those years ago. Got spun. McGoldrick nearly puts on the plate. Has to take a Kepa world-class save from him. Kepa was good. Another clean sheet for him. That will do worldies for his confidence. And listen, overall, there was some good performance. I thought Kepa, good distribution, couple of fantastic saves. Christensen was our best defender. Zuma was decent at times as well. Reece James came on, wasn't too bad. Hakim Ziyech, he sealed the game with the 2-0 victory. Christian Pulisic got man of the match. There was some good performances, but there were also some really poor performances. Billy Gilmore, I'm sorry to say this, for me, I speak facts. I speak things on objectively. I don't like to be biased. And for me, I didn't like Billy Gilmore's performance. Just because this guy's young, just because this guy hasn't played much game time, I'm still going to put everyone to the same. I'm going to hold everyone accountable. Now, again, I will cut him some slack in the sense that he hasn't had too much game time, so I can understand it from that part. But his passes were off, his decision making was poor, but again, he's inexperienced. For me, Billy Gilmore needs a loan move. That is the main situation with him. He needs a loan move because he's not getting the game time. I think it was actually a mistake from Thomas Tuchel to keep him, although I understand why Thomas Tuchel kept him, because we only got George, Cover, Kante for the pivot role. Now, if you had a situation like we did against Atletico, where George is suspended, Mount is suspended, and let's say we're having a pivot of Kante and Kovacic, and let's say one of them needs to come off and one of them gets injured, we've got no mids on the bench. So from that perspective, from a numbers point of view, I understand why Thomas Tuchel kept him. But from a development standpoint, it's not healthy for Billy Gilmore at 19 years of age to be sitting on the bench, not gaining sufficient game time. So again, it was a bit rusty, but poor performance nonetheless. Kovacic was decent, transitioning play. We know he's dribbling in close control in tight spaces. We know what he offers to the team. Again, decent performance, nothing flashy, nothing fancy. He didn't make any glaring errors at all. It was just a standard Cover performance. But listen, the fact that we struggled to put the game to bed to a bottom 20th, Sheffield United, that pretty much got slapped 5-0 on the weekend, that pretty much confirmed relegation, one of the worst performing teams in the whole of English top flight football, is a concern. That is a major concern for me. If this Chelsea team is serious to really, put in a fantastic Champions League campaign and potentially win it and, of course, secure top four, you need to be putting these teams to bed, put these teams to the sword. We didn't do that, unfortunately, and I'm really disappointed, and that is a major concern for me. It is a major concern because you can perform all you like, defensively, keeping clean sheets whatsoever, but eventually there will come to a time where you have to start scoring these chances. And when you come up against a Man City, a Bayern or a PSG, your defence is not going to help you. You need to start burying these chances against these top elite teams that we're aspiring to get to. You're going to get finite chances. You're going to be getting only 1 or 2 big chances per game, and you need to be there, ready to kill and take the opportunities. Remember Lyon Bayern Munich last season in the semi-final. Lyon were dominating Bayern for the first 15-20 minutes, and they had 3 massive one-on-ones. They didn't take a single one of them. Bayern went down the other end and scored, made it 1-0 when they went on to win the game. This is the level we're talking about here. Are you confident enough that if a massive chance falls to a Timo Werner, a Christian Pulisic or a Hudson-Odoi, they're going to bury it? I ain't confident. Hudson-Odoi not bearing chances against Atletico Madrid. Christian Pulisic not bearing chances again, despite a good cameo, good performance from him. Werner missing one-on-ones like it's nothing. It is a major concern. I'm hoping soon they will find the form. There's nothing Tuchel can do. There's nothing any manager in the world can do. If these men can't finish, You can practice as much as you want, but when the pressure comes to it, when the ball comes to it, if you can't finish your dinner, there's no man that can save you. That is your responsibility. That is completely down to you. If the team is creating chances for you, if the team is putting you through on goal, and you consistently miss, what can man do at this point? Because eventually, these missed chances are going to bite us up the arse. They're not at the moment, thankfully, because defensively, we have a structure in place. We're solid. Fantastic. There's patterns of play. I'm really happy the way Tuchel has coached. You can see the coaching there, the implementations, the triangles, the movement, the positioning. Superb. There's a proper structure in place. And thankfully, we haven't conceded a goal at Stamford Bridge under Thomas Tuchel. We're keeping clean sheets for fun now. Fantastic stuff. But there will come a time where this run will end, where we start conceding goals. There will be rough patches. And that's when you rely on your attack to start putting these chances away. At the moment, I can't see that. Out of all these man, Ziyech, Werner, Hudson-Odoi, Kai Havertz, all these man that we spend millions and millions and millions on, hundreds of millions on, you would think, at least one of them would be on form or bagging at least. All these man are out of form, man. What are you man doing? What are you doing? All of these guys are out of form. It's a diabolical shambles. Listen, it feels like I'm going on a run. I'm not. I'm just going on a run specifically on the attack. In regards to structure, defence, and certain individual performances that I'm praising in isolation, phenomenal stuff. We won. We're in the semis, perfect. But we play like this against a United or a City, we ain't winning like this. I'm telling you. So, listen, that is my review. I'm happy that we're through. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy. We won. We kept another clean sheet. The Thomas Tuchel unbeaten run continues. I'm really happy. I'm satisfied with that. And certain performances like a Christian Pulisic, like Andres Christensen, etc., Kepa, really good, fantastic cameos and performances. I'm talking as the attack, the specific attack, not bearing chances. That is my major concern. But that is me wrapping up the review. If you did enjoy this review, don't forget to smash like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.